What's up, everybody? It's your girl Elisa from stylishcurves.com, and today I'm going to be sharing with you things I wish I knew when I became a full-time content creator. So if you are interested in checking out today's video, you already know what to do, and that is to keep on watching. As I mentioned in plenty of my videos, I've been a content creator for 15 years, and I've been doing it full time for the past 10 years. Celebrated my 10-year anniversary last month in August. So I wanted to create a series where I can share my advice, my tips on how I navigated and had longevity in this industry for the past 15 years. So today is going to be all about things I wish I knew when I became a content creator. So if you are new to the content creator industry, or you are thinking about embarking on a journey of being a digital content creator, this is the type of advice I think would be helpful to you, because this is the advice I wish I got when I first started. So one of the things I wish I would have done when I became a full-time content creator is not rely on brand campaigns only. And I say that because with brand campaigns, you can have, years or months where they're pouring in. And then you can also have times where there's not a lot coming in. And you can also have times where there's none coming in. And so when you rely on that, it's really gambling with your money. And when those bills begin to pile up, baby, and you don't know if you're going to get another brand campaign, baby, you're going to be mad at yourself, okay? So that's why I wish I would have in the beginning created a strategy for not only brand campaigns, but for affiliate marketing. Now I have a strategy. When it comes to brand campaigns, one of the downsides to it is when it's time to get paid. Now, how is getting paid a downside? Here's the downside to it, because sometimes with these brand campaigns, you're not getting paid until 60, 90, and yes, even the dreaded, horrible 120 days payout. Like, you're looking at these people like, well, you already got my work. You got my video. You got my photos. You've been sharing it already. So why do I have to wait 60 days, 90 days, 120 days? So when it comes to relying on brand campaigns, you have to truly, truly budget your money when you get them, and you really have to plan accordingly. And then sometimes things can go wrong. I've had experiences where brands have paid me late, where brands have paid me an additional 30 days late if I was supposed to get paid within 60 days. And so it can really wreak havoc on your finances and on your bills. So relying on brand deals only is, I don't think, in my personal opinion, it is a good strategy. Yes, you can make a lot of money when it comes to brand campaigns. For a lot of people, some of those brand campaigns is life-changing money. For me, I've had some amazing brand campaigns that I was like, oh my gosh, I would have never made this if I was still at my corporate job. However, you have to be able to have good money management skills when you are dealing with brand campaigns, because also when you're making that type of money, because that's how a lot of creators make their money, is from brand campaigns. Even when you see some of the bigger creators, the bulk of their money is coming from brand campaigns, if it is not a partnership where they might have designed something specifically for a brand. And so also with brand campaigns, when you get that money, all of that money is not yours, baby. And I have learned the hard way. Yeah, you have to set money aside for taxes. And if you are getting an influx of brand campaigns, you have to make sure that you are paying your taxes quarterly. Again, I'm a person who has learned the hard way, but we've been getting it together. But yes, so what I wish I would have done was create a strategy for affiliate marketing in addition to brand campaigns. Affiliate marketing is pretty much you're making money when you're asleep. And it's like a continuous thing. And once you have a strategy for it and you begin to build up your affiliate marketing, it can really become a nice monthly paycheck. I do know a few creators who only promote Amazon and they have made six figures plus. And even if you're not a big creator, or even if you do affiliate marketing and you don't necessarily make, six figures from it, it still is a very good revenue stream to keep money flowing in your creator account every month. And the cool thing about affiliate marketing is now it's so broad. There's just a whole different world out there for affiliate marketing that wasn't necessarily there maybe 15 years ago, even before I became a creator and I was on like Facebook. Everybody started out on Facebook. And, I post my pictures of, this is what I wore to work today, or this is what I wore this weekend, hanging out. Again, somebody's like, oh, where'd you get those earrings? Or where'd you get that lipstick? And I'm constantly sharing these things. And I was sharing it for free, happily. But when you're in this creator industry, you can share these things with a link and get a percentage from the sale. Now, let me be clear about affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is literally pennies on the dollar. I like to say affiliate marketing is slow money, but once you get in that groove, it can really be a good revenue stream for you on your creator journey. I truly encourage you to think about affiliate marketing. Essentially, I'm basically saying diversify your income streams, because just relying on a brand campaign should not be your only strategy. Now, the second thing I wish I would have learned to do in my creator journey in the beginning specifically is learn SEO. Listen, SEO would have saved me so much time from basically creating content that people wasn't really searching for. So just briefly, if you're unfamiliar with SEO, SEO is search engine optimization. So basically, Google is a search engine. Whenever we don't know anything, we search, right? We go on Google to search, we go on Pinterest to search to find what we're looking for, what keywords people are searching for, because that's SEO. It's basically keywords, things that people are searching for. I would have created my content at the time more tailored to what people were searching for. And if you think about SEO now, the social media platforms are using it themselves now, or they're trying to turn the platform into one itself, right? So I recently did like a little mini TikTok video talking about this. So now when you search for something, your TikTok video can come up. TikTok even has its own kind of search engine inside the platform. They call it Creator Search Insights. So you can find out what's trending on TikTok, what people are searching for in your niche on TikTok. And this wasn't something that they were doing before. And recently I just read an article that was talking about that now your TikTok videos, or even on Instagram, your videos or your content on those platforms can now come up in Google search. If you want people to see your content, you have to create content on things that people are searching for. And if you guys are thinking about becoming a content creator, or you are new to the content creator industry, you just started, you've been doing it for less than a year, and you're watching this video, I would love for you guys to join my masterclass. This is going to be a masterclass for beginners. It's more of like, I would like to call a crash course in jumpstarting your creator journey, whether you want to do a full-time or part-time. I'm going to be talking about everything from getting started with the type of content you want to create, to how you can begin making money, to how to structure your content creation, how to create a plan for success. So if you are interested in more advice like this and you want to do it more so in like a group setting, I have a wonderful masterclass that I'm so excited about doing with you guys. So I will have a link in the description box for you to check out the masterclass. This is more of like a group setting. It's a 90-minute class, and I do have an early bird special, but I'll have all of that stuff linked down in the description box for you guys to check out. We're gonna have a good time. That's all I know. And one of the other things I wish I would have done early in my career is truly treat content creation like a business. Throughout my 10 years of doing this full time, I learned like each year like, wow, this is really a business, you know? And it's not that I didn't think it was, but me wanting to grow, me wanting to elevate was like, okay, you have to do some things to have strategy, to have structure, to grow this as a business. And so, one of the things that I learned throughout my 10 years, and which I feel like helped with the longevity I've had, was actually having some structure, having some systems in place when it came to not only making money, but also creating content. Because when you are a content creator, you are building community, especially when you take it seriously and you really value the people who subscribe to you or follow you. You are building community. And so you want to make sure that you're showing up for your community the way that you want them to show up for you. And also, you want to show up for your business because when you do rely on this as a source of income, you want to make sure that you are creating revenue streams and that you are creating systems to keep money flowing in your account. Because in the beginning, listen, I remember times was rough. Times was hard, and that's how I had came to the conclusion like, girl, you can't be relying on these brand deals. But when I speak about structure, meaning having days where, okay, it's like I'm going to film on these days. I am going to write on these days. I'm actually going to have a day or maybe a few hours out of a day to brainstorm content. And this is when it can become overwhelming when you don't have any structure and when you don't have any systems in place. I used to just wake up like early on. I used to just wake up get out of the bed, get myself together, and I used to go, okay, what are we doing today? Girl, what you mean what you're doing today? You should know what you're doing today because you should have planned it yesterday. And so that's what I would do. I'd be like, what I'm gonna film today. And so there would be days, again, I'm in the fashion niche. So there would be days, especially with YouTube, I would literally just get up and say, okay, you know what? Let me see. What did I get new this week? Or what did I get new this month? And I would literally wake up that day, steam the clothes, figure out what kind of outfits I wanted to create, and then figure out, okay, what am I going to say about these things? And it's like, girl, you could have prepped and did that the day before or 2 days before. So when you got up, all you had to do was get up and film. And that's what I mean by having like structure and systems in place. And it was just so time consuming to do that. Now, I don't really play those games now. Now, before filming day is just that. I'm up, ready to film. If I'm doing a styling video, the clothes have already been steamed. I know the order I'm going to show them. I know what I'm going to say about them. So the day I'm filming, I'm just up filming. I'm not doing all of the extra stuff. And you know, maybe every now and again it happens where it's just like, oh, you know, let me just get this out. But now I have a system in place for filming. I have a day where I'm going to steam everything and write down what I'm going to say. And then I've even had a day where I brainstormed, or a few hours out of the day, or maybe like an hour or so out of the day, where I brainstormed how I wanted to film the video. What do I want to say? Or what angles do I want to get? I have a shot list. I write down, okay, make sure you get a shot of the boots, or make sure you get a shot of the dress alone, or make sure you get a shot of you in the outfit without me talking. And so that has helped me to create content faster and better. And that also applies to the finance part of being a content creator or just even an entrepreneur. You know, you want to make sure that you are saving money. You want to make sure that you're putting money aside for, you know, your quarterly taxes and having that type of structure, tracking how much money you make. Because in the beginning, I was not tracking. All I felt like was, I felt like I always had money. I feel like I was always shopping. I was always like, oh, you need a loan here. You ain't even got to pay me back. And it was like, girl, what are you doing? You are not a billionaire. And so, again, I had to learn the hard way. I mean, child, pay them quarterly taxes. That's all I'm going to say. So I've learned the hard way, and I had to learn you have to have some sort of structure when you're doing this stuff. You have to have some sort of systems in place. whether it's for creating content, even, if you're getting brand campaigns or the money you're making from affiliate marketing, you want to make sure you're keeping track of those things and having some sort of systems in place so things can flow easily. And I really wish I would have done that early on. Even if you're only making a little bit of money now from content creation, if you've been doing it for like a year or less, you want to start putting some systems in place to make sure that you're putting money aside, or that when you're creating content, that you are making sure that you are prepping before you create your content. You know what you're going to say, you know what you're going to put on, you even have some sort of idea of how you might want to edit the video, because when you have an idea of how you want to edit, then now that affects how you film the video if you're doing videos. Even when I write for my blog, which I still do, stylishcurves.com, I outline my stuff. I outline when I do those trend videos, baby, that's outlined already. I've already done that a few days ahead before I started writing. So this way I know what I'm gonna say. Or if I know, like, okay, I need examples, I need photos, I take a few hours out of the day to find photos. So this way, the day I'm sitting down to write, I have everything I need. The day I'm getting ready to film, I have all the things that I need. So this way, again, it just makes creating content easier. So I wish I was doing that early on. Well, all right, guys, that is it for me. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope some of my advice helped somebody. Also, don't forget to check out the masterclass. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell you the day. So we're going to do the masterclass on October 1st, 7 p.m. And the link and information is down in the description box for you to check out. I do have an early bird special, because after September 26th, the price for the masterclass will go up. But it's only a limited amount of spots, and I'm not saying limited to get you to buy. I'm saying limited because I want to make sure that when we do the Q&A portion of the masterclass, that I can truly talk to you guys and I can get a better understanding of what you guys, need, or if I can answer any questions that you guys are having issues with. But this is definitely for beginner creators, or if you're researching and you're like, okay, I want to become a content creator, or I want to incorporate that in with my full-time job, then this is a really good masterclass. I'm telling you, we're going to have a really good old funky time. So definitely check out the link in the description box. If you are not, make sure you're following me on Instagram at Stylish Curves. I'm also back on Facebook now, so you can check out Stylish Curves on Facebook. As always, I enjoy hanging out with you. I hope that you enjoy hanging out with me, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.